my name's Brian. I'll be your safari guide for your journey through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. How's everyone doing today? Here on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, we work toward the preservation of wildlife and engage our guests in conservation. You know, friends, what you see with your eyes, you value in your hearts. Directly above you, you'll notice the animal spotting guide. Unfortunately, the way the animals migrate, we don't get to see all of those animals. However, I usually have some pretty good luck. For your safety and the safety of other guests while on safaris, please remain in your seats for the entire safari. Parents, if you have younger children, hey guys, it's okay to keep your cubs seated on your seat. Just make sure they're facing forward and make sure they stay on your lap for the entire safari. Guys, if you're ready for your safari today, on the count of 3, you're going to say Twende. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Your safari begins with me here in the Little Ituri Forest. Here in the Little Ituri Forest, most of the animals are rather timid and shy. So I'm actually going to be whispering a little bit because I don't want to startle the animals on safari. The animals' natural colors and their markings actually help to keep these animals camouflaged from predators. Let's see what we can find in the Ituri Forest today. On your left-hand side, you'll notice a beautiful crimson animal with stripes known as the bongo. The bongo's nickname is the ghost of the forest. On the right-hand side, that beautiful animal with the zebra pants is actually called the okapi. Although the okapi looks similar to the zebra, it is not related to the zebra at all. It's actually related to the giraffe. Friends, it has a prehensile tongue like the giraffe, and guys, I'll teach you a little bit more about the prehensile tongue of the giraffe when we see the giraffe. And by the way, guys, we are not going home today until we see a giraffe. This morning I was told that this truck is packed and ready for a 2-week safari. If that's okay with you guys, say whoop whoop. On the right-hand side is the second tallest antelope. Those are the greater kudus. They're 55 inches tall, hoof to shoulder. Greater kudu. On your left-hand side at the left-hand bank, you'll notice a black rhinoceros laying over there. The black rhino is the smallest of the rhinoceros family, weighing only 3,000 pounds. Friends, the rhinos are being poached today extensively for their horns, that there are actually less than 5,000 rhinos in the world. Guys, their horns are made out of keratin, which is like your fingernail and hair. The horn actually has no scientific or medicinal value to human beings. As I said, most of these animals are hidden behind trees and shrubs, so I'm not seeing any movement. I know of a great water hole up ahead. Oh, here on the left-hand side is the saddle-billed stork. Beautiful black and white bird. It's about 5 foot tall, and it has a wingspan of 9 foot. That's as wide as the canopy above your heads, guys. We're gonna head down toward the Sofi River. I know of a great water hole. Would you guys like to go looking for hippopotamus today? Okay, let's head onward. I'm going to take a detour here, guys, but I need to share with you, friends, I always get lost when I do detours. But again, Hakuna Matata, no worries. We are back for that 2-week safari. We're going to be traveling pole pole. Pole pole means slowly, slowly in Swahili. Now, the reason we're traveling slow is the hippopotamus actually can hold its breath underwater for 8 minutes. On your right-hand side is a hippo. 2 hippos, actually. They don't have sweat glands. Whoops. They don't have sweat glands, so the only way that they can stay cool is by staying in the water. They weigh 5,500 pounds. Guys, on the left-hand side, I'm seeing some more hippopotamus. A group of hippos. A group is called a bloat. A bloat of hippos. B-L-O-A-T. Can you guys say bloat? Well, the way that I remember that they're called a bloat is the hippopotamus really doesn't swim. They actually walk along the banks of the river and they float. And the word float rhymes with float. On the island are the pink-backed pelicans. We're going to head onward, guys. Now, I'm driving being cautious because we usually see the Nile crocodiles along the banks of this river. So, friends, please keep your arms and legs inside the truck. We really don't want any close encounters with a Nile crocodile. I'm not seeing any Oh my, oh my. On the left-hand side are the Nile crocodiles. The Nile crocodile will grow to being 20 foot long, weighing 500 pounds. They have the most ferocious bite of any animal. Their bite is equal to 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. Friends, their bite is bone-crushing. We are no longer traveling slowly. Let's get out of here, let's get out of here. We're going to travel as fast and as far away from those Nile crocodiles as we can travel, guys. I suggest that we head all the way down to the savannah.
¿Viste los cocodrilos? ¿Te dio miedo?
No, estaban nomino. ¿Estaban dormidos?
¿Estaban nomino?
Se acostaba por
You may be noticing that the ecosystem is changing ever so slightly. Not only is the foliage looking different here on the right-hand side, but the trees are changing as well. Like this tree on the right-hand side is known as the baobab tree. The baobab tree is leafless up to 9 months out of the year. Do you guys know what the nickname of this tree is? It's the tree of life. The reason it's called the tree of life is because it can store up to 30,000 gallons of water in the trunk that the animals actually need to survive the dry season. The baobab tree normally lived for 2,500 years, but for some reason they're not living that long anymore, so we're doing research. Because after all, what's going to happen if the animals need water to survive and there are no more baobab trees, and how's that going to affect the whole circle of life? This is my favorite view here on the savannah. The trees on the underside have been trimmed by the giraffes. The giraffe will grow to 20 foot tall, and they eat anything that hangs within their 20-foot reach. Out there in the middle is a Maasai giraffe. There's a couple of them. If there is a group of giraffes, which there is, a group of giraffes is called a tower. They grow to a towering height of 20 foot tall. They have 7 vertebrae in their neck. Ironically, that's how many vertebrae we have in our neck as human beings. We can tell that that's a Maasai giraffe by its jagged, irregular coat. On your left-hand side, friends, are the painted dogs. The painted dogs, by some of my friends, are called the African wild dogs. I don't find these dogs to be wild at all. In the morning, when they get awake, they will individually greet one another, and that pack of dogs will not move about their business until every dog greeted every dog. To me, they'll always be the painted dogs. On the left-hand side are the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. That chestnut-colored animal with the white nose and the curved horns. The curved antlers, they're sable antelope, actually deter the predators from jumping on their backs. There's some teenage giraffe over here on the left. A little over a year ago, friends, while we were on safari, we had a baby giraffe born while we were doing safaris. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen outside of the birth of my own 2 children, mind you. In the first hour of birth, that giraffe was able to stand and walk. On your right-hand side are the white-bearded wildebeest. That herd of wildebeest migrate in a herd of 1.5 million. They have safety in numbers. So how do you keep 1.5 million together in a herd? Well, they have scent glands in their hooves, and the last wildebeest can smell where they have all traveled. On the top of the giraffe's head is what's known as an occipityle. They are not horns. They're actually part of the skull structure of a giraffe. Their coat pattern is as individualized as your fingerprint. Guys, if you look here on the left, you'll see the giraffe's prehensile tongue. Remember when we saw the okapi? What that means is their tongue is like a finger, literally. Their tongue is 18 inches long. That's as long as my arm. They can actually reach out, grab a branch, and remove all the leaves from that branch with their purple tongue. The giraffe's tongue is a color purple because it has its tongue out of its mouth a whole summer long, eating on the savannah. And the color purple will not get a sunburn. There you can see its prehensile tongue. It's like 18 inches. Guys, on the right-hand side is the Hartman Mountain zebra.
¿Estarán las jirafas?
We don't get to see the zebra very often, but it's been around, it's been migrating. How do you tell if a zebra is black with white stripes or white with black stripes? How many people think it's black with white? How many people think it's white with black? Well, the way that you can tell is you look at the nose, look at its snout. If it's black, it's a black zebra with white stripes. By the way, a group of zebras, do I have any jazz dancers on board? Anyone study jazz? A group of zebras is called a dazzle of zebras. On the right-hand side is a group of springbucks. They are the smallest antelope. And on the very top of the bank, that's actually a baby zebra over there, guys, by the way, on the right-hand side. The dazzle of zebra. Now the zebra, although it looks similar to a horse, it really does not whinny or neigh. It actually has a barking sound. It actually goes whoop, 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 whoop. Something like that anyway. Dazzle of zebras. Are you enjoying your safari so far? Okay, well we're just beginning because I see a lot of trees down up ahead, and that's a good sign that we're going to be looking for some elephants today. So, Twende, let's go. Directly in front of us, guys, I think there are 2 African elephants. They will grow to 30,000 pounds. On the back of their ears, they have blood vessels. So by flapping their ears, they literally can lower their body temperature by 15 degrees. Man, I wish on a hot day